Okay, so now I've loaded the original coordinates with the negative added on back into Kingdom, and let's load in the fixed ones. And I'm going to use the second option because then I can take the values out of the SegWy headers. This fixed file. I'm going to use the file name. I'm going to use the CDP column. Byte, and that's the X and Y values. If you're not sure how to get these values here, download a program called like SeisC. That's SEISEE. I find it's the easiest way to just quickly view seismic data. And let's just open our seismic data. Great. You can see here's the fixed one. Here's the data. Let's go here to the trace headers, and these are the byte values. So you can see here CDP is 21. It wanted to put in the shot points, but I know that they're all ones. That doesn't help. Down here, byte 76 and 77 on the source X and Y. And as you click stuff on and off here, it shows it on the right hand side. So that's the easiest way to figure out what byte numbers to put in. And you click next, and next, and finish. And it loads in the traces. Okay, and now let's compare the two. I mean, ideally, you're going to see an improvement. But spoiler alert, I've looked at it already and there's a problem. So I'm going to have to go back and fix it. But let's just take a look at it. So this one here, I'm going to double click on it. This is the negative coordinates. It's the original coordinates. So it opens up here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to display in ViewPack. So ViewPack is a 3D viewer. And that's where you see most of these problems. Okay, so I'm going to click on the hand here to rotate it. I'm going to zoom in. If you want to pull it down, you hold down your middle mouse button. And just rotate it a bit more. Okay, and you can see this is where those problems were. In the middle here, this is stretching of the data. If I click on the arrow, I can click here, it should be. Okay, let's just dock the window. And if I put it here, then I can see at the bottom, cross line, the cross line value here is actually the shot point value. So it's at 1814. Let's see where that was on our line here. Let's just put this is back in Geosoft. So I just want to look at where 1814 was. Okay. So this is right in the middle of this section where we had major problems. And this other bit here, there's definitely something wrong here. And this is CDP is 1965. So if we go back to Geosoft just to see what's going on at 1966, can really scroll down 1966. Okay, and it's also at this point here, it's all got to do with this merging. So yeah, in general, we're not surprised about this. Considering how many other points I had to fix, I'm surprised there isn't more problems, but I suppose all the other bits that I had to fix were like 8 shot points, and that's 200 meters, and I mean this line is about 60 kilometers in total, so that could be why we're not seeing stuff. And maybe here, look, if I zoom in, this could be why we're seeing this sort of striping, or is this just data quality? Oh, so the previous line I showed in the introduction was great because it was a huge area that it was stretched. Whereas this, it's much smaller areas, so it doesn't feel as satisfying when you fix it. So this is the problem original data. Now let's see what it looks like fixed. And like I said, spoiler alert, it's not that big a difference. So I've opened up the fixed coordinates and I'm opening it in ViewPack. So this is the fixed data. You can see it's improved, but not as much as, well, there's still a problem. But it was my own fault. I chose to be lazy and have a gap in between. That's how you see that you fixed your data, but unfortunately for me, I haven't fixed it enough. So let me spend a bit of time fixing it, and then hopefully we'll be able to conclude this video showing you it looking good. So just to show you here, when we go back to on this view pack, this is the fixed coordinates. So it's cross line 1, 2, 1, 1. Just wanted to show you where exactly that was and what the problem is. So 1, 2, 1, 1. And let's see where that is on the map. And you can see there's quite a big gap here. It was one of the ones where it was a long stretch and then I was lazy and I left the gap open. And so you can see, it's my fault. So this is a gap of about 200 meters, so it's not short. Okay, good news. It actually wasn't from the gaps that I left. It's actually, either I did something wrong or it was when the program was crashing and I didn't realize I'd done something and not something else. So if you look here, this section over here, there's not as much red. Let me move the mouse out the way. There's not so much red. There's actually a gap there. So as I'm moving down on the red, I hit this gap, and actually then the coordinates jump here for a bit, and then jump back. And that's most likely what's caused this weird stretching. And let's just check that it's fine from there. Yeah, so it's actually quite an easily solvable problem. So we get back here, and as we've been doing now, so let's just scroll up. So from 1281, 1218, sorry. Okay. So from 111 to 1281, so that's 7. 8, sorry. I always get it wrong. I've got to put in points. And we said it was about 200 meters, so that makes sense for 8 points. So let's do exactly the same again. I click here, coordinates, grid profile, okay, and I go from there, and I go down here, and I right click, overwrite, and then I triple check that I'm at this point here. And I copy. And let's just plot it to triple check it's okay. Okay, yeah, and it seems to have fixed it. The only issue now is that we literally have to go back and copy these into Size Direct. So let me do that, and then I'll show you what the final line looks like. And good news, once I fixed that, it is gone. I wanted to triple check. Remember we said when I zoomed in, we saw a lot of vertical striping. So this is the fixed data. If we zoom in and go along, there's a bit of a stripe there. I wouldn't be surprised if that's from where I had some gaps. Like here or there I left 1 or 2 station spacing, some duplicates or some gaps in the data. So let's just, I want to go back and look at the original data and just see what it looked like in 3D if there's more of those vertical stripes. Okay, and to rotate it, I'm going to push this Z button. So we're not just looking at that vertical striping, we're looking at smaller. You can see some coming through here. There are quite a bit. And I mean, I think this is, I mean, we didn't see this in the fixed data. This is all the stuff that we fixed, those small gaps, small problems. So, like I said, it's frustrating when it's small and you can't see the big impact. And I mean, you don't really care about the super fine resolution, but it's good to know how much it does help. I'll briefly do a video now showing the real problem line where I first started all of this and realized what an impact it made. But yeah, if you've been following these tutorials, I hope they've helped. Give me a shout if something isn't clear.